Yo, welcome. I do apologise for the wait. This one's going to be for you guys. Going to be doing this building. Going to show you. It's not going to be a complete in-depth because obviously every MLO is different. Just turn this music down a touch. Yeah, I'm gonna obviously get rid of the doors. I'm only gonna get rid of these two doors. Build a room, build a prop inside, and do portals. So yeah, let's get cracking. The way I do it, obviously it's probably not going to be the correct way of doing it, but it works for me, so it should work for you guys. Let's get rid of that. All you want is the building, which is this. Copy that. Open up Finalizing. Obviously, once you've got all these, do not close out a code walker. I'll show you the reason why in a sec. Well, give me a minute, let me get these and the collisions. I always double check to make sure that they are the ones that I want, which they are, as you can see. So, call this VIP2. Inside here, I always make a folder called OpenIV, another folder called 3dsmax exports, inside another folder called OpenIV textures. I'll show you the reason for that one in a minute. So there's that one. Then I want the collision folders. A lot of people do these inside code walker. I much prefer doing all in 3dsmax. I mean, it probably is easy doing it in code walker, but how I've done it, how I learned to do it to how other people do it, I know it works this way, so. Again, I always open it just to double check to make sure it's the correct one. Like so. Now, the reason why I said not to close out a code walker is you want to get the building name again. Click up on Tools, RPE Explorer, or RPF, whatever it was called. Paste that into there. Search that. Find the correct file. So this is the one that I'll be doing. Oh, you need that open. Keep that open. Click on the little arrow there. Click on materials. Save all textures. What's my desktop? What the fuck is that one? There. VIP tool. Save those into OpenIV textures. It will take a sec. Yours might take a little bit longer. Yeah, now you can close out a code walker. Open up your 3dsmax. You can close out of OpenIV as well. Wait for this to open. What I will do for the walls, I'll split the wall textures up, so I'll do like one texture on the bottom, one texture on the top, just so you lot can understand what you have to do to split textures up. I'm not going to go into too much detail with texturing. Again, each MLO is different, so. I don't know why, but mine always seems to take a while when I'm streaming. I should have opened this before I even click record. Well, once it's up, it's up. And there it is. I'll pull it closed down for a second. Obviously, I assume you don't know what you're doing by now when it comes to getting all into 3dsmax. But if not, I won't talk as much through this part. Oh. Apart from highlight them all, open. When it comes to here, go back to your textures where you saved it all. Don't have to open it, just highlight it and click select folder. Now when it gets into 3dsmax, it should have the textures already built onto it. It just makes it easier to work with, then you know what you're doing. Like so. Obviously, if you can see the windows through it like that, just click on standard materials and unselect edible. Enable transparency. I like to have edge lines on, so I know where the lines are. This is down to preference, you don't have to do that. So I want to get rid of that and that. This is all I'm doing, just these two doors, and inside there I'll make a room. Deselect that, go over to your collisions. Delete those. Collisions are always different on different buildings as well. You might have boxes, you might have single walls, like that. That's a box, as you can tell. So for that, what I would do, it's pretty much square anyway. I would make that thin, move that over to one side, like so. Hold shift, drag that over to the other side, and copy. You might have to just play about with it, get it to where you want it. Obviously, if you want these done, you do it again. Obviously, click on rotate, hold shift. Better off putting on your angle snapping for this one. As you can see, it goes in sections. Obviously, drag that down to the end. Move that. Obviously, it's going to be way too big, so you have to rescale it down, like so. Don't worry about it too much sticking out, because your character's not going to go there anyway. And obviously, once you do that, just push at the back, click on OK. Always make sure that's on copy. Like so. So now you've got these parts here. Again, you can delete those, and that part there with that one that you've just made, like so. With these ones that you've just made, you can just extend them. Don't worry about it if it's in the ground too much, like that. Again, you're not going to see it unless you're building a staircase that goes down that way. So your aim is just to have the inside completely free of any collisions, which this one is. Apart from that one there. That one should be okay just to drag and copy over to that one, like so. Like so. Again, you can go more in depth with collisions. You can get it perfect, or you just all you got to remember. This is where your floor's going to start. So as long as your collision's not sticking outside there, which that one is, but it's lower. It's lower than the actual floor itself, so that's not going to make much difference at all. So your floor will be coming off this way. So if you got this and it was like this, it don't make no difference because your player's not going to be touching that anyway. So that's that done. This collision's done. Go and export that now to your 3dsmax export. Just click on continue. It might be an FD long video. I'm trying not to make it too long. It's already 2:30 in the morning for me, so I thought if I could do this for you guys now, it saves me having to do it the weekend. Obviously, like always, if you've got questions, at me in your personal channel on the Discord. Right, so that's that done. What I like to do is go into here, into OpenIV, go to a folder, the custom DLCs, and that's going to be inside here. I'll put VIP 2 as the file name. Inside here, you can drag in your export. Exports, you don't need this folder, just need these three, the OBN and ODR. You see a lot of people dragging this into it as well. I don't know why, because it don't do nothing. Just have a quick look to make sure. Doors have been cut out nicely. Collisions. As you can see, the collisions are gone from the doorway. And check out that collision as well. Yep, perfect. So what I like to do, go back into here. I like to get rid of everything out of here. So click new, don't save. Re-import just the building, so it'd be the ODR. This way you've got no extra space taken up. Don't worry about that. I done it wrong. Give me 2 seconds. Ooh. I forgot to add the textures into it, so I'll do it again. So import, click building, wait till this comes up, go back to your textures, just click on select folder, done. I mean, you don't have to add the textures, but to me it sort of helps out. You sort of know what you're gonna be doing, what you're working on. And it just gives a better visual effect as well. If I go on to high quality, you can sort of see what you're working with, what the standard's going to look like. But yeah. So for this, what I like to do, come off high quality because it might lag a little bit. I like to get rid of the roofs, if you haven't got this sidebar here, click on Tools, Scene Explorer, and then you've got this. So click on highlight all this, like so. Doesn't matter if you don't. It don't matter if you don't get it, or you can always select it once you get rid of it. Don't delete. Click on detach. Just call that roof. Hide that, and then you can see inside, like so. I might have missed a little bit there, but yeah. I missed those, but click on detach again. Don't worry about. Click on attach. Attach those two together so it's all one. Put that right, a left click on that, drag that just inside there, so it's always going to be safe. Now when it comes to modeling, because you want it as level to this as possible, I like to click on that, click on edge, select that edge, hold shift, and then extrude. But if you've got two like I have, I want to select on both, extrude, go onto your polygon, just highlight those and detach. Now as long as you don't move these up and down, you should be fine. So I'm not worrying about this door. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to attach these together. So click both edges. Might have to export that to editor poly. Click back on edges automatically and just click on bridge, like so. And then same again for that. Left shift, just drag until as far as you want to go, like so. And then select all those, just drag those down, like so. So there's your floor sorted. Now you want to select the edges, so click border, select the edge. You can take that off now. So as you can see, the edge has been selected. Just drag that up. Oh, get rid of the wireframe. Drag that up to where you want it. Again, I'm not going to make it massive. I just want to standard for you guys to see. Once you've done that, keep that highlighted. Click on cap on the right hand side, and that puts the roof on. Doorways, polygon, select. What I'm going to do for now, I am going to delete the roof. So for doors now, what I'm going to do to cut these out, quick slice. Make sure I'm on snapping tool. Top left to the top right of the doorway. So then you've got the two doorways to be cut out. Obviously, if it's like that, you can always just use your vertexes to move it over. This bit is probably the hardest part to sort of get right. Then the last thing you want to do is have massive gaps either side of the door. That's where wireframe comes in handy. Obviously you can see that I need to attach it to that vertex point there, so like so. I'm more than certain there's a hotkey to keep flicking between wireframe and that, but there you go. You can sort of see that I'm close. I'm in line with that, but it's not going to be perfectly spot on, just because I will be putting a door frame there. to hide the gaps. I like to get all these level. A bit of OCD kicking in. There you go, like so. So there's your floor on your walls. Obviously, for your roof again, click on border, click the top, click cap. Maybe not that, because that also creates the doorway. If that happens, just click on your edge, just left alt, hold your left alt, and then just go over the line that you don't want to be put there. And if I go on to border, cap again, that should be okay now. There you go. What I like to do, so it's not a bog standard box, I like to just chamfer the edge at the roofs, so it gives it a little bit more of a oval effect. I don't know why mine seems to play up so much, but so just like that. You can also do it to the floor though if you want to. So when you look inside, what I could do with adding a couple more, so just make it a bit smoother. That would do. You can either do that, or you can add like a, or you can do it this way as well. Instead of having it like chamfered, if you click on create shape from selection, click linear, click on OK, go down to shape 001, render viewing viewport, enabling viewport. You also got stuff like this, your rectangles or your radial. Again, when it comes to this, you play with your values until you get it to how you like it. Obviously you don't need it super thick, just need it just so it's showing like that. To optimize it a bit, you can delete. Want to create that to editable poly. To optimize it, you can get rid of these faces. If you can't see it, you don't need it. That's how I always look at it. Get rid of the building for a sec. So you don't see these in game, you only see these when you're out of it, which again, you don't need it. Oh, I deleted a bit too much off there. There you go. Just like that, and obviously if you look inside, you wouldn't know any difference that it's been cut off, unless you accidentally cut a bit off. So that's that bit. Obviously now door frames, it's pretty much the same method as what you've just done. Make sure your box, your rooms, just don't worry about doing the bottom. Just make sure you've got all the 3 lines selected, which if you go back onto wireframe, you can see I have. Click on create shape from object. It should automatically be on linear anyway because you've already selected it. Now if it comes like this, where this one looks an odd shape but this one's okay, you're gonna have to do it singly. So do that one, create, and then try and get it a side profile. As you can see, that needs rotating, so go down to here, angle, and literally just move it until the blue line goes perfectly straight, like that. Now I know that's perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but you know. Might have to play about with it until you get it to. Just play about a bit. I only really do it by this line. Once you know these are straight, the rest of it's normally pretty straight. Even though it don't look it on here, but it's fine. Right, and do the same again for this one. Like so. Great shape. This one should come out not that perfect. I thought it might have come out alright. Again, just do the same again. Always make sure you're on the latest one. It will go blue. Like so. Now, what I like to do, I like to detach the roof. Don't delete it, just detach it. Detach roof. Just hide that so you can actually see inside. Set your building. Select the floor. Obviously you don't want to do this part here because it's going to be in the way of the door, so you leave the gaps like that. There you go. You can do all this in one go, but 9 times out of 10 it normally screws up, so it's always better just to do it by itself. If I go with that now, there's your frame. You can attach, convert it into edible poly. Right, attach all these together, like so. Like so. Obviously with the roof, if you want to play about with the roof, so if you don't want a flat roof, highlight the roof, click on insert up the top, and then you get like a inner section. You can mess about with that, get it to how you want it. I mean, you can make it bigger, smaller, like so. If I do that, don't worry about the textures. Again, always make sure that your roof is not sticking out this roof, otherwise you'll be in for a very bad day. I mean, you can make it how you want it. So yeah, that's pretty much the building done. So what I do now, I will do now, I will select all the walls. Make sure all the walls are selected. Yes. Click on slice plane. So you get the plane. I always click on reset, so it makes it perfect. Turn off your snapping. So if I do it there, slice, done. Hold shift, get rid of the top section. Now you've only got the bottom section done. give that its own ID, so if I call that ID 2, that should be ID 1 on the floor. So 1, 2, I'm going to put the floor as 3. Put that as ID 3. And the roof can also be ID, I'll put roof as ID 4. ID 4. You'll see why in a sec. Not worrying about the frames just yet. Alright, now I'm going to attach the roof back to the building. Click on vertex, highlight all of them, weld, change the 0.1 to 0.001. Click on the little tick, done. That's all the vertexes welded together. So when it comes to now texturing, because I know I've got four IDs, which 3 is floor, 1, 2, and then 4 is roof. Click on your material editor or press M. Don't worry about changing the names of these. It's down to preference. Physical material. Click on that. Click on multi sub object. Okay. Keep material as sub material. Set your number to 4. I've got 4 IDs. So number 1 will be top wall. That's going to be the top of the building. Number 2 will be bottom. That's going to be the bottom wall. Number 3 is floor. Number 4 would be roof, like so. So top wall, I'm going to make that, put that as Grimsby material. Make sure you're not selected anything in your building, otherwise it's going to assign it to that specific spot. Our terrain, I'm going to keep that as concrete. Don't need to set room ID for that. Click on your assign material to selection. It will change all different colours, like mine has. Don't worry about that for now. Click on go back to parent. Do the same again for floor, for the bottom wall. So same terrain. Don't worry about ID. Always make sure you click on that after you've sorted this out. Go back to parent. Floor, I'm going to set that to wood because it's going to give it a different. It's going to give it a different colour. So do that. Never use floor dusty because it creates that much shit in your MLO. For the floor, you need that to be set as room ID 1. It's only the floor or where your player can walk you need to set it. Set ID as 1. Again, I'm going to put that as R train concrete. Done. And once you've done that, go on to your GIMS. And then all your shit that you've set here will be here. If I click on floor, ID 2, 1, and then 4. So top wall. I'm not going to go into too much depth with texturing, and I'm just going to literally throw anything on it with what I come up with. My texturing skills are pretty shit, but before you decide to UVW map it, just make sure you highlight what you want to UVW map. So that UVW map, then that will only affect that section that's highlighted. So wall. I'm going to set that to 5. Again, these values are all different. It comes to what you think looks good. So where it's 5 set on mine, it could be 2.5 on yours, or 1 even. Bottom wall, I'm going to put that as again, another texture. I'm gonna embed them all as well, so I'm just gonna pick this one. I really don't want to be spending too long just texturing. Again, always make sure you select the part that you're going to be UVW mapping. Again, this will look shit, but you know, there you go. Floor I set as wood, so I will put a wood texture on the floor. That will do. Again, texturing, you can spend hours texturing just to make it look perfect. Obviously, I'm on a time scale here, so I'm trying not to be too long doing it. For the floor, you don't need to click box, you just need to click on planar. It's going to be flat anyway. I always set rear wheel, right click, collapse to, and as you can see, it looks alright. And then for the roof, I'm going to use a plaster. Select UVW map. Again, that'll have to be boxed because it's not a plane. As you can see, you've got, it's higher than the bottom, so that would have to be boxed. Just rear wheel texture as well. Done. Now, if I do, so if I add this in now, and you think, oh shit, I've just gone all through that, and I ain't gotta, I've got to now redo it all because that you haven't. Just highlight what you want done. Because I already know there's 4, so if I set that to 5, like so, highlight your building, attach that together. Don't select any of these, just keep on matched IDs to materials, like so. And now that's all attached together, and that should still be ID 5, yes. Like so. Go back up to your material editor, change the set number to 5. Like so. Put that as frames. Again, put that as wood. Don't need ID for this one. Just replace it. Done. Go back onto here, and then there it is. Put that as a different wood texture just because I don't want it all blending in. Mapping stuff, textures, wood. We'll give it that one. Stuff it. There we do. There you go. Again, to UVW map this, make sure you only select the parts that you want. So I only want the frames to be done. UVW map. This one will have to be set to box because it's not all flat. I always stuff like that. I always set to real world size map. There you can see that's perfect. Obviously, the wrong kind of texture, it's not seamless. If you get these lines, it's because it's not a seamless texture. Like so. Right, now name that to something that you're gonna remember. So book a top. Set the vertex color. This is what I'm still unsure about at the minute. I'm still learning this myself. But for now, I always use green, so 145. Perfect. Like so. I'm not going to worry about doors. I've got a tutorial on how to do doors on YouTube. So if you guys want to do doors, you're more than welcome to go and check it out. Let's get rid of that for a sec. Right, so for prop wise, I'm not going to go into too much detail with props. Just going to do like a basic box. resize it. I don't want it massive. So if I do this, again, you don't need the bottom because you're not going to see it. Like so. Let's turn this into a desk or a counter. I don't know. Don't know why it started doing that, but you normally you're supposed to click that and then go all the way up, and it will move with your mouse like that, but it doesn't always seem to do it. No, I've got to sit clicking. That would do. That one a bit smaller. There you go. That would do for now. I'm only going to do one prop. Get that to where you want it in game. In your MLO. So like that. I'm gonna just put that into there. Fuck it, how we do. So if that's where you want it, keep it there. Do not move it. Make sure your pivot point is always in the center. So click on move tool. Make sure all these are zeroed out. That's on your shell, on your props. So as you can see, for the prop it's not. So you click on up here, effect pivot only, go down to your little arrows, right click, and it will zero them out. Once you've done that, go on to your little wrench, reset X form, select reset selected, go back onto your modify, right click on that, collapse to. And that's pretty much it for your props. That's all you do. Obviously then you go and texture it. So for counter, again, you don't have to name these, just keep that as it is unless you want to split the textures up. Let's put that as wood, medium. With props I've always set it to a mod in case you want to stand on top of it, like so. Prop counter, just going to give this the basic wood texture as well. I would do so it's different. UVW map that. Box, real world textures, there you go. Done. And there's your prop. Obviously, when it comes to propping, you can take your time doing it. Don't have to be that quick. But it's all pretty much the same procedure. There's nothing different. The only thing that's different is if you've got a shit ton of vertexes and you don't want to copy and paste it for a collision. So if I do copy that for the prop, just name it the same, just call it counter. Done. Again, vertex color, I'm going to have it set that as green. So that 0, 1, 4, 5 and 0 again, like so. So that's that bit done. Obviously, as your desk or counter, whatever you want to call it, and your shell. Shell, right click on your shell, click clone, click on copy. Do not click on instant mold, make sure it's on copy. Don't really have to worry about that. You can underscore C, save. And now that's going to be your collision shell. So what I'd recommend downloading the GSave 5 map scripts. That's also in the Discord in mapping tools. So use for tools, it is here. As you can see, that I'll put it's a recommended tool. It helps out, and I'll show you the reason why now. So save having to go through your GIMS, create object, collision, composite, clicking on all that shit. If you click on, say I'm going to turn this a model, make sure your model's selected and then click on create model. Does it automatically for you, pivots all in the right place, not going to mess about. All you've got to do is rename it. Done. Same again for the collision. So create composite, rename it, oh, and then rename it the same as your collision name. So bookcode underscore tut underscore c. Flags, set that to 0.02. Your normal flags, which is animal, cover, dynamic, vehicle, weapon. You don't have to do these flags because you've got it selected there to choose the ones from here. Don't need to do anything else with this. As you can see, your star is in the middle. Just that. Oh, that's what you're looking for. That star's got to be in the center, as you can tell, because it's all zeroed out. And the same again for your prop. Let's minimize that for a sec. So make a clone of that, get rid of that, copy that, make sure it's on copy. This one you don't really need to change the name to collision, but so model, composite. Now if you drag the composite into your model, so you've got the 4, just rename these to what your prop name is. Done. Again, your flags, it's always going to be 0.02. Animal, cover, dynamic, vehicle, weapon. Obviously if you've got stairs, you've put the stair flag, which again I've got a tutorial on that as well. That's pretty much it for the actual modeling side of stuff. So don't need to export the building, so you can freeze that. If you freeze it, it doesn't show in the export list, so you ain't got to mess about selecting and deselecting. Again, I always put a new file there called Bucko export. I don't know why I'll do that, but it's, so you've got your counter and then your building, collision and normal. Done. So then, oh, go back onto this folder, drag those into OpenIV, and as you can see, that's perfect. And then click on your collision. Might be, I don't know if that's rotated actually. Might have been rotated. Hold on. Shouldn't be. Oh, that's counter. No, it's not. That's fine. I thought it was rotated. Right, counter. Click on counter. Bounds. Click on bounds. The bounds is going to be your collision. As long as that shows up where your model is, you know it's fine. OpenIV files. You only need these two, the YMap and the YDR. Obviously, rename that. Copy that. You want to rename these to what yours is. Let's go into the MLO first. And what you're doing, you're simply replacing whatever says Plido underscore bar underscore collision with what yours is. So my collision is underscore C. So underscore C. Just be careful that you don't miss any or spelling mistakes. So pretty much like that. Done. And then YTYP. Oh, make sure you right click it first and then edit. This is where it gets a little bit more tricky because this is where you can miss one. Obviously where it says Plido bar, that's where it would be your model name. Underscore collision will be your collision name, so mine will be again bucko underscore top underscore C for the collision. Like so, there are quite a few of these in here. Just scroll through, make sure you haven't missed any. There underscore C. We'll come back to the portals in a sec. Like so, save that, ready. Go on to your back onto 3dsmax. That might not work because let's see. I'm gonna have to re-export that. I forgot to put the underscore C on it. But either way, for now, what I like to do, if I've added frames, I like to detach those for now. And then for portals, I've got a script called vertex to portals, wherever it is. Am I being blind? Where the fuck's that gone? Oh, there. Click on open, click on modify, click on vertex. Like, when you come to do your vertex, it's always your bottom right, top left, bottom left. So it would always go so there's your door frame. It would always go from 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's looking from outside inwards. So I'm looking out. So I'm looking outside into the MLO. So it'll be that one first. Click on format. The second one. And because I know these are going to be all in the same line, I don't have to do these individually. I can just do like so. Oh, that moved. Well, what I will do, just to so you like get understanding on how it's all done, I will do them separately. So that's one pour. Copy to clipboard. Go back onto your YTYP. Where's edit there? Scroll down till you get to your first portal. Copy those. Now, what you want to do, you want to get rid of these commas. You can't use these commas in code and OpenIV. So you want to get rid of those. Get rid of any dead spaces. Item to item. Copy that. At the end of the last item, shift enter and paste again. So you've got 2 portals at the minute. Now Tom's going to get the other portal number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Copy that. Make sure you're on your last one. You're on the one that you've just made. Get rid of these commas again. Oh. If you try and save it with these commas, it will throw an error. Well, because I know I've got 2 portals, Shift Control F, type in portals, change the value to 2, because there's 2 portals and that one there. You always have two, one in the limbo and one in your collision. Like so, save that. Let's export the collision again. I popped up with that one, I forgot to change the name. I just need the collision, which that one there. Done. Don't think it makes much difference, but just to be on the safe side. That will do. Right. Now, what you want to do, your exported model. So, open up your folder where you exported it. Open your ODR. Scroll down to the bottom until you get these. Put those. Put these to the side a sec. Sort of need to keep them so you can see them. Open up your YTYP again, and then you need to copy. Oh, damn. Move these over so you can see. You need to put these. Copy into. You need to replace these. So yeah, min will be a min, max will be a max, and center and your radius. So don't worry about if they've got digits missing. OpenIV adds all that for you at the end. So copy. 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 This is your boundary box as well, by the way. So if you do this now, if there's an issue down the line, you know you can rule this out. And then the radius. Copy those. Oh god, you don't need all that, just that section there. Scroll down a touch, highlight that section and paste. Done. Save. Exit out of that. What now? Oh yeah. Inside here again, another folder. Call it stream. Drag those into your stream folder. Ah, no. Before you do that, you need to go and download a thing called Create YTYP. This is for your prop. Create YTYP. Open. Find your folder. Export. Select your counter. Calculate. Click on BBs, then calculate BBs. Close. ODR browser. Import BBs. Copy. Flag 32. Set these to 100 and 200. It's got embedded collision. Give it a custom name. Done. Now, don't come off that. Click on View Created YTYP. Item to item again. Copy. Back into your YTYP. Up the top on the archetype, Shift Enter and paste. So your count is going to be in there. Save. Right, I put that into there. That's it. And now time for code walker. And we're nearly done. What, nearly an hour. Not bad. Well, I ain't finished yet, so can't say too much. Obviously, like, again, if you guys get stuck, just give me a message, man. Obviously, if I don't answer straight away, it's because I'm either busy at work or I'm doing something, or But as soon as I get the chance of and back on the PC, I'll be helping you out. Right. We'll go over to where the building is, which it's around here somewhere. There. There you go. Right, now to get this perfect in the same spot, click on selected. You want to select the building again. Click on view in project. Just move it, Control Z to put it back. And you want to copy this, the position. Copy that, put that into a notepad. Oh, notepad, give me 2 seconds. I might have to. Oh no, sorry. I've got. I'll copy that. Exit out of that, otherwise you're gonna have an issue. Right, and then I'll open project window. Now what you want to do, click on your stream, YMap, and then also your YTYP. I always select it from here. I mean, you don't have to. In your YMap, what I like to do. It's the issue with using somebody else's. We'll do that. So if I set that to 0.0, there you go. So that'd be set to 0.01. Well, no, 0.0. Right, now you can see that my vertex line, my portal lines were in perfect fit with the entrance. Don't worry about you can't see it at the minute. Calculate flags and extents. Save that. Save. Yes. Come off. Close your project window down. And then reopen it again. This time you should see the MLO like so. And now that is going to be in the perfect spot. There's going to be no gaps. There's going to be no gaps between the floor. You ain't got to piss about lining it all up perfect. Taking 10 minutes to line shit up. Obviously, I would have, if I would have known that, I would have made the door frame come out a bit more, but you know. I went, obviously with these, you can move these. What you do, click on it, add to project, it will open up where that is. Just move them out or move them under the ground. I like to, I don't like to delete them, I just like to move them like so. Okay, back on the other side. There you go. Again, if there are any other props inside here, I don't think there is. I think that's it. Yeah, I've got these props here, which I will put inside. These come with the YTYP. Not really bothered about the door. That can go. There should be another light somewhere. There it is. You'll have 2 lights and a glass door. I'm going to just use these lights as interior lights because they're already there. I'll delete that one actually, and I'll just make a copy of this one. Oh. Just like so. Again, garage. I'm not going to worry about garage doors. You can sort of do that in your own time. Go on to the. Obviously, that's it because it's coming through the thingy. But again, it's fine. Right, so because I've edited that one, save that, put that into your stream folder. Now when it comes to your counter, on your YTYP, copy that, and where the lights are will be on the like your collision. Click on that, click on new entity, paste that into there, copy your rotation, paste that into your position, and now that will be lined up exactly where you had it in 3dsmax. So it would always be them numbers. Like so. Save that. Perfect. Tools, manifest generator, generate manifest, save it. Done. Right, I'll go and see if it works in game. That could be gone. I was testing that for him. Paste. Okay, okay. Took inside there will be content from the stream. Now, like I said before, copy that. Don't just drag and drop. Always keep a backup of your files in case something goes wrong. Bish bash bosh. Done. So now start your server. Put that over there. Now, if you've still got this, keep that. Copy that. It's going to come in handy. But to use that then to teleport over to where it is. Why am I clicking on that for the games? And then let's go and have a look. This guy keeps messaging me, I don't know why. He keeps tagging me in the fucking something else's Discord that I don't really bother with. Dog. An hour and 7 minutes so far. Hour and 8 minutes. Maybe it shouldn't take too long to upload to YouTube, but it will be set as private, so nobody else is about to see it apart from you lot, unless you share it with somebody else. Again, I can't stress enough, if there's something that you don't understand or I've gone a bit too quick, I did go a bit quick towards the end, just let me know. I've pretty much covered basic on what's what. I don't think there's really much more that I can really go into. Like I said, each MLOs are different. Right. TP. Oh, not working that way. TX, I'll do it through TX admin. Chords. I think I'll break the collision with this one. There it is, look. It's gone dark like that because of vertex colours. But if I go first person, as you can see, it does not disappear. Let me change the time cycle quick. You might be able to see it a bit better then. There's going to be a time cycle in here that's going to make it look decent. There you go. You can just, there you go, do Trevor's trailer. If you copy that, keep that safe for now. As you can see, if I get first person, it does not disappear because there's room ID on the floor. Obviously these light textures are a bit shitty, but you know. But yeah, how to change the time cycle. So this will be done in OpenIV again. So if I X out of that now, delete these because you don't need them now because they're not the edited version. Go into your server folder, grab the ones that you've just done, ones that you've tested that you know work, put them inside there. YTYP, Control F, type in time cycle. As you see, you've got no direct light. Just paste in what you just copied into there. So save that, put that back into your folder. Done. Now if I restart my server, and if I go back into the MLO, it should be okay now. Copy that. And that's how you do, and that's also how you do time cycles. Again, I've tried to go into more depth on this one. I can't really see much more that I can do to go into any more depth. Again, I did fuck up the collision for the roof, but that's because it was a box and I took the box off. I don't know if that's going to be alright. Yeah, that's right. It's just because I took the box off here. Again, when you come to do... Oh, I shouldn't be able to walk through the sides of here though. It should be okay. Yeah, these are fine. It's literally just because I got rid of that box, but there you go, look. Perfect. And then your counter. I'll stop music. So I put creaky floor on here. So if I get a push bike, BMX, spawn that in. You can sort of hear the sound effect. Like so. And then if you shoot it, let's have a gun. You get the wood effect on there because I gave it wood. This will be concrete. Like so. Same again for like so. So yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know. If you need help, let me know. Peace.